What God says makes sense. You can rely upon it. When we talk to young people today, they give us the impression that they were the first generation to discover sex. And their own minds know perfectly well that they came into being as a result of sex. But we know as an absolute, God created sex. And as a creator, he had every right to say, this is how the gift of sex is to be used. Any use of sex outside of what I say is sin. For God to give us rights, that means he has rights. And what we've got in this passage, these 4 verses, is mere human beings violating God's rights. And when we violate God's rights, we soon lose our own rights. Because our rights were given to us by God. And they're only preserved by God. When we violate him, we eventually lose our rights. That's worth facing. But in Sodom and Gomorrah, they weren't willing to let God dictate sex. They took the liberty to use it as they pleased. And in doing so, they brought destruction upon themselves. All misuse of sex eventually comes to destruction. But also, it leads to deep levels of dissatisfaction and unhappiness. The root of almost all sexual sin is pride. There are fruit sins, and there are root sins. Now, what we've been doing in the church for decades is telling people they were saved because they acknowledged some fruit sin. When true repentance occurs, it is not of the fruits of sin alone, but of the roots of sin. If a person has never truly repented of the roots of sin in their life, they have never truly repented. Yet we baptize them and take them into the church and treat them as if they were Christians, and pastors tire themselves out trying to make unrepentant people look as if they were truly repentant. I don't know of anything more exhausting than trying to make the dead behave like the living. But still we engage in it. We've got to face reality. True repentance goes right to the root.